What's up, everybody? I'm Dennis Johansson with GFR Customs. Today I got my 2021 Pioneer 1000. I bought it in late 2020 and I've pretty much been working on it ever since. Um, First thing I did on this that I want to talk about is the bumpers. I wanted something different that nobody else had, something that looked good, that looked clean. No professional by any means, but I ended up using 1-inch Schedule 40 sprinkler pipe, and this is, I believe, 1/4-inch plate in the front. That was a little overkill, a little more difficult than I thought it was going to be, getting that bend in there too, but we made it happen. A lot of this, obviously to the untrained eye, this looks like one piece. It's not. I wasted quite a bit trying to do a couple of these pieces, one whole piece, but the bends are different angles and degrees, and to match them one to the other using just this old hand pump, it was just too much struggle. So I did cut these bends to match, cut them off, welded them in where I needed them. It's not perfect, but I have people come over, friends and stuff that come over, and I tell them, man, just look at it from every angle. Let me know if you see anything. If they look at it and 9 out of 10 people don't see the couple things I know aren't perfect, we're just gonna let it ride. Sometimes it's not worth it to go back and do a lot of work to change one little tiny thing that nobody's even gonna notice or care about. But being a perfectionist, it's difficult to let things go too sometimes. So it takes that extra, nah, man, I can't even see it, to go, all right, good. Anyhow, we built the D-ring in just for something to pull from, just extra. I've had issues with these winches, they peter out, because when I got the bike, it had a eBay bumper with an X-Bull winch. I used that winch to build into this bumper, thinking, or not thinking, that, man, this winch probably got the same bolt pattern as most of the other winches that are out there for ATVs, UTVs. That's not the case, obviously. So now I'm stuck with this Chinese X-Bull that sounds horrible, like it's gonna smoke itself as soon as you start using it, brand new out of the box. But they do last a little while, and it is what it is. It's too late to go back now. It's freshly powder coated now because I just did the cab and the doors and everything else. And before then, I did notice I had a crack here on this support here that goes up to the cab, and then I had a crack over here. So I added these couple gussets in just to give it some extra support when I'm smashing trees or whatever ends up getting in the way. All in all, it turned out nice. I get quite a few compliments on it from people whenever I was taking it out riding. I don't really ride anymore because I just want to get it finished before I take it out and destroy it. So I've had people that definitely like it. Makes me feel good that people like my work and say it looks good and it does what it's supposed to do, functions properly. What more could I ask for? Yeah, any comments you have, man? People have some constructive criticism. I mean, I'm not a professional at really any of this stuff, so I'm down if somebody's got some tips and some tricks to the trades. Hey, man, I'm all ears. Let's take a look at the back real quick. So the rear bumper here is fairly basic. Anybody who's bought one of these things, the 1000, the 3, the 5, whatever, knows they come with just a plastic cover over the exhaust. And that was my main concern was, you back up into bushes on trails and stuff like that. The last thing I want to do is smash the exhaust. I'm sure that thing's not cheap. They make it friggin' big enough too. But so this is 1/4-inch plate, obviously, 1-inch Schedule 40 sprinkler pipe. Before I repowder coated everything, I didn't have this D-ring on here. And even though it does its job with covering this exhaust, it really has no other purpose. I could pull from here if I went through here with a rope and stuff, but I've had issues where this Reese receiver is actually in the mud when I'm stuck, and it's difficult to get to, and it would be nice to have something a little bit higher up to be able to hook up to and pull from. It bolts right in place to the stock, the lower A-arm, and these 2 stock bolts up here on the back of the cab or the bed. So very easy. It just, what is it, 6 bolts, pulls right off, and that's that. I actually have another one of these that I built that doesn't have a D-ring on it, that if anybody's interested, hit me up in the comments. I mean, it needs to be powder coated still, but the guy that I have that does it, he can powder coat it whatever color. It'll bolt right up to any Pioneer 1003. The 1005, I'm pretty sure can make it work, but you also have that cage that bolts up right here on the 1005. So I don't know, it's to your discretion. But again, it looks good, it functions, it does what it's supposed to do. And in all reality, what more do you really need out of a rear bumper? I'm sure I've backed into things many a times, but unfortunately, I can't see back here. So, but I'm positive it's done its job. So as far as the drivetrain on it, I haven't really done much of anything. When I got it, it had 30-inch boggers, and these A-arms here, I've been told they're 3-inch arch A-arms with an 1.5-inch forward offset. So whenever I, basically got it and I wanted to lift it, I just did the 6-inch dual idler portals, the 35-inch Terminator Maxes, and then I bought an upgraded tie rod kit, but it folded up not too long after I put it on. So I did build some custom, tie rods with some 3/4 Heims and stuff like that. All in all though, man, this bike has not ever left me stranded. I've hydrolocked it more times than I like to admit. I think I got that all cleared up now. I've snorkeled it up to the roof and all that jazz, but it I did have to replace a wrist pin and a rod at one point. It was tapping because probably I hydrolocked it. But all in all, man, it works great. It functions great. It's reliable. I enjoy having the drive shafts. I see people with all these belt issues and stuff and having problems keeping the belt box sealed up tight. So I just feel like it's definitely a little bit more reliable on that aspect. I'm no side-by-side connoisseur, but I'm happy with the Pioneer 1000, most certainly. So you guys stay tuned next time. I'm going to go over probably the cab and the doors and let you guys check that out and see how that's coming along. We're getting really close to being to where I can call it finished. And I think the next step with this is possibly going to be some custom front A-arms. Got to move them forward, do 3.5 inches forward, and probably have to do the rears if I do the fronts too, but I do want to go up maybe a 38 or a 40, or at least be able to clear it, so when the windshield and the windows are in and finished, the audio's hooked up and everything's accomplished here, we may move on and pick it up a little bit more. But until then, we'll see. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Everybody, I thank you for watching the video and checking out the side-by-side and stuff and seeing how the progress is going. I got another project. My father's Jeep Cherokee, he passed away last year, Christmas Eve, and his truck, it breaks my heart to see it backed up to the wood line like the rest of them, just sitting. It really it's a good solid vehicle. It just needs a little bit of love in the inside. So probably pull the carpet and do the interior stuff like that. Every now and again I'll build stupid things here and there just because I want to be productive that day and I don't have what I need to do this or whatever the case may be. So I'll keep you up to date with the little things like that I'm tinkering on and building on as well. Again, I thank everybody for watching. Tune in next time, and don't forget to like and hit that subscribe button. Thanks everybody.